I don't even want to waste time getting into this Cardano video. I want to get right into it. The bull bear arena, the CCV intelligence, bulls in full control. Last video I did using this system, the bulls had an edge. Now here's the deal. Zoomed in on the daily. We all like seeing the ADA candle, a nice green candle. ADA testing 73 cents right now. But as we do some short-term analysis in this video, there's caution right now to be had on the short term. That goes without saying though. On the zoomed out, something very special is happening. This is like a year in the making. ADA once again testing the bottom of the bull market doors. We failed to break through the bull market doors back here in December. We failed to break into the bull market doors all the way in March 2024. Right now, ADA testing this key area. I'm going to explain in this video why this bull bear arena indicator in the CCV system is actually very meaningful in terms of ADA breaking those doors. So hit the subscribe, hit the like on the way in. And if you're not on our list, everybody, we're launching this system soon, which comes with a ton of analytics data, custom models. We're going to be pouring in so much innovation to the system. We're going to be launching with a very just insane launch pricing. So get on that list if you're not. Let's dive in. Here's where I want to start. And by the way, at the end of the video, I'm going to end on an ADA BTC chart because it's looking very nice and is very confluent with all the data that I'm about to break down for you. ADA on the weekly. I don't want to spend too much time on this because we've just been talking about it so much, but the 200-week moving average. This is a very key, for me at least, in my analysis, a very key area of resistance. And it's a bottom range of a resistance, meaning even if ADA closes the weekly candle above that 200-week moving average, notice how we're back in this red range. That whole range up to $1.25 or so is resistance. We need a very big power move for altcoins in general to see ADA break through the resistance and enter its bull market. Last cycle, just to give you an idea, the upper end of those bull market doors was around 40 cents. Now this cycle, it's around $1.25. This gives you a sense of the progression for ADA. But either way, it was the resistance, the 20-week moving average going into the bear market, which marks that macro reversal for me. And the same is true this cycle, right? It's a 20-week moving average all the way back here in March 2022, resistance falling into the bear market. We're flipping that. We're looking to flip that area, $1.25. Now, to get there, there's a lot in play. And I want to speculate a little bit and throw in some caution, and then we can talk about upside. And I want to talk about, this bull move that is potentially signaling even in the system. So here's the deal. If we're looking at ADA on the short term, and we're like, all right, we know, as we just saw, ADA is in a very key resistance area. You can notice even on the daily, here's the bottom of the macro bull market door area. I don't even know. Is ADA going to close the current daily candle above that area? It's like 8 hours left. ADA could see a wick of resistance right here and close below the doors. Be careful for that. But even if it actually breaks and holds above, we have the 200-day moving average as that next area of resistance. It's 76 cents on the short term. And then to take it a step further on the weekly, here's the weekly. 82 cents is the 20-week moving average, this green line. So you can see stepping stones already of resistance. 76 cents, short-term resistance. 82 cents is pretty big weekly resistance. So the bulls have to really step it up. What could that look like? Well, if we go back over here to the bull bear indicator, what I really want to make a note of is the fact that if we're looking at this, you see over here this uptick in terms of, the bull bear chart. It's turning green, right? Bull bear at around 5. What I want to point to your attention, because we've seen this green before, even in this downtrend, but what I really want to point to your attention is what was happening back here in November. You see it going from kind of like bull bear, a rating of 2, and then it starts turning green at like 44 cents or so in November. Look, November 8th turning green. I want to go to the ADA chart and show you something. If we go to the ADA chart, I zoom out on the daily. Check this out. There's the bull bear arena indicator on November 8th. We just saw, where is it? There's the daily candle, November 8th, going green on the bull bear indicator. That's the move that was happening. Notice something that's happening there. We have the 20-day crossing above the 50. That move was playing out. And we have ADA breaking above on November 7th, the 200-day moving average. Also notice this stochastic oscillator that I have here, just going into overbought. Back then, just going into overbought. And you can see how that's actually a piece of this data. In this agent zero area, you see stochastic K at 100 and RSI above 76 confirms bulls have destroyed all resistance. So that's what this indicator is saying. This is a shorter term indicator. With that being said, this is one indicator. This isn't like an indicator to base all macro decisions on, but as we're evaluating the move here, and we're looking at very similar confluence and similar indicators happening on not only the daily chart, but also the weekly chart back here in November, it's a good idea to at the very least pay attention. Pay attention of what the bulls are doing right now. The best way to pay attention is to see how they interact with resistance. Now, what I want to discuss is if there is resistance, because I know I'm using the word caution, what happens if there's resistance all in this area is very much in play. We get all excited on the short term, getting a move, and then boom, it's failing, and everybody's bearish again right here. But that move, I can't say this enough. I can't even highlight this enough. That move is so in play and actually probably makes the most sense. The breakout happening right now, I would like to see it, right? So boom, breaking out. I would like to see that move, but I would say it's more unlikely that that's going to happen right this instant. And let me explain why. We can go, and I've already kind of talked about this, but the bottoming out of not just ADA, but cryptos, it just takes a while. I was even looking at this bottoming out, the bear market bottoming out, and I was like, man, there's actually, there's a very similar look and feel of this move back here, right? Boom, boom, bottoming out to right here. Boom, boom, bottoming out. And so what I did was, before I started recording, I basically went and I took the fractal of that move. So falling and then pumping and then consolidating all the way over. And I just brought it over here. And I was like, man, it really is a similar price action move. And it's there's different things going on. We can kind of mess around with it, change the volatility of it. But do you see that? Even that Trump pump that we recently had back here in March is in there on the fractal. You see that yellow pump on the fractal, and then boom, rejection. And then, people are bearish, and it's just like, it's just pain. But look how long the pain lasted, right? And so that's why I'm saying it's nice to see this chart diverging a little, but notice where it's diverging to, a big resistance area. We say resistance because that's what it is. And we could get resistance. And this could take a lot of tries for ADA to break before succeeding. So I'm saying, let's watch to see if we can break these shorter term resistance areas, 76 cents, 82 cents, and then we're on to something to start moving to the upper end of the bull market doors. But if it doesn't happen, if there's rejection in this range, let's be careful to repeat this fractal. More pain ahead. I wanted to just overlay M2 money supply on the daily. This is something that many altcoin people, Bitcoin people, whoever are watching. So let me kind of get rid of this fractal, but make a mental note of it. You see that fractal kind of trending along with the M2 money supply. And so we might need a little bit of time. We might need ADA to see a little resistance right here at this lower end of the bull market doors, come down, and then we're making a move, maybe sometime in May. So that's just caution. We know what to look for the upside. I'm not just going to just send out nonstop bullish data. Right now we're at resistance. I want to see it broken personally. That's what I'm looking for. But I wanted to show you on the ADA BTC chart something. Because again, I haven't talked a lot about it in this video, but we've been doing a lot of comparison to back here in this move for ADA, right? The similarities of the move this time. So if we're looking at this time compared to this time back here, like, October, November, look at the ADA BTC chart. And let's go back to, here's November, here's October, all that time while ADA is making that move. Look at the RSI on the ADA BTC chart back then at that very similar time. and look at the ADA BTC chart right now. The similarities cannot be ignored. And what this signals to me, and notice how ADA was overbought on the ADA BTC. Man, was that the bull market for ADA? What was that? No. It reset, and this was the bull market. All this move. And my whole point here is saying we've not gotten this move. And my whole point in saying that is we've not gotten a Cardano bull market yet. We've not gotten an altcoin bull market yet. And with global M2 money supply consistently increasing, a Fed pivot winding down quantitative tightening, and all of the macro fundamental bullishness in crypto right now, the things are lining up very nicely. And this is why I remain macro bullish, not just on ADA, but on crypto. So yes, patience on the short term. Don't get trapped in the short-term emotion. I see it happening nonstop. Man, we're pumping to 73. All of a sudden, there's resistance, which will be very normal. We're back down below 70, and everybody's going to be all sad and bearish there. Pace yourself. Zoom out on the charts. Focus on the data. That's what I'm doing. These are my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please hit the subscribe, turn notifications on. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button. Your support, I just thank you for it. And let's continue just plugging away and tracking these markets. I'll see you in the next video. God bless.